Do you find yourself just feeling like you're always anxious, you're always stressed out, you're always running around like a chicken without a head? That used to be me. But then I was able to finally slow down. I was able to finally embrace the soft life, which I used to hear so many people talk about the soft life, and I'm like, I want the soft life too. And I was able to find a practice that has allowed me to really slow down. And for me, that has been Yin Yoga. Yin Yoga is a feminine style of yoga. It is a slow paced type of yoga. As you've probably heard, yin and yang. Yang being masculine, yin being feminine. Yin Yoga, as its name states, is a very feminine type of yoga because it's very slow and allows you to connect to your body. So what exactly is Yin Yoga? So Yin Yoga is practiced in a way where you hold the poses anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes or even longer. And this allows for you to stretch the fascia in your body. What is the fascia? The fascia is the connective tissue that holds your muscles together. And people are used to doing a lot of masculine type of workouts and exercises like weightlifting, running. There's even masculine types of yoga like power yoga, hatha yoga, hot yoga, and so on and so forth. These types of exercises and movements are there to strengthen your muscles and to work on your muscles. But Yin Yoga is there to work on the fascia, which is what holds the muscles together. And so we hold a lot of tension in the body. A lot of us have a lot of joint pain, especially as we're getting older. Nowadays, you don't even need to be older and you have joint pain. Your back hurts, your knees hurt, everything hurts. Everybody's experiencing pain. And Yin Yoga is one of those practices that allows you to really release the tension in your body, reduce the stress in your body, and really allows you to slow down, because you have to really pay attention to your body while you're practicing Yin Yoga, because you're holding the poses, like I mentioned, 2 to 5 minutes or even longer. So you have to connect to your body. You have to hear what your body's telling you. Is this stretch too deep? Does it hurt? Can you go a little deeper? Does it feel good? Does it not feel good? And so Yin Yoga really allows you to connect to your body. It allows you to listen to what your body needs and what it wants so that you can fulfill its needs and wants. And so when you are in these poses for such a long time, another thing that you will experience while doing Yin Yoga is you will notice the energy, the prana, the chi in your body shifting and moving and recalibrating as you're holding these poses for such a long period of time. And that's where you start to feel the effects of Yin Yoga. You go into this relaxing state, this calmness. You start to experience a calmness and a softness in your body that for anybody who's dealing with anxiety, who's dealing with stress, you will find it to feel so fulfilling in your body. And it will truly allow you to just literally slow down. And you will start to feel the tension and the stress in your body just release. And not only does it help with that and to help regulate your nervous system, because you are now, instead of going, you're slowing down, you're connecting to your body. You are then allowing for the energy shifts to happen in your body, and you're feeling all of that happening in your body. And in addition to that, you are relieving any sort of pain you might be experiencing in your body, whether that's joint pain, because you're holding the poses for such a long period of time. And in addition to that, you're able to increase your range of motion, where you'll notice that you're able to stretch out your legs more than what you're used to. You're able to actually get closer to touching your toes than what you were used to without experiencing any sort of pain. And of course, as the anatomy of your body allows you to, because that's another point that I wanted to mention about Yin Yoga, is that Yin Yoga really focuses on how your body feels versus how it looks. So with other forms of yoga like hatha yoga, power yoga, hot yoga, those styles of yoga really focus on the aesthetics of yoga, of how you look when you're in the pose. And that's one of the issues that I've always had with those styles of yoga, because I'm such an A-type personality, and it can be really hard for me to slow down and kind of just really just go from 100 to 0. It's really hard. So with those styles of yoga, I noticed that I was focusing more of my energy on really emulating the poses that the instructor was showing us, rather than just really sitting in the pose. And that's one of the things that I never really enjoyed about those types of yoga. That was one of them. And then number two, you're not holding the poses for a long period of time. So just when I was starting to feel some sort of softness and calmness, we were already going on to the next pose. Whereas with Yin Yoga, this type of yoga concentrates more, and your focus should be on how each pose makes your body feel, not how you look in the pose. So when you're in a Yin Yoga class, you will see a variation of different styles of a pose, because everybody's body is different. There's a respect for anatomy. There's a respect and a knowing that not everybody's body is the same. Not everybody's body stretches the same. Not everybody has the same range of motion. And so because of that, students are able to really tailor the pose to a style that fits for their body and the way that their body is built. And so that allows you to really get into a deeper stretch. So you're stretching the connective tissue, the fascia in your body, which allows you to really relax and really experience a sense of calmness. And a lot of times students will say that when they come out of a Yin Yoga class, that they feel more calm. They feel like there is no stress. They feel this sense of connection to their body that I feel like nowadays we need now more than ever, because there's just so much chaos in the world. And with Yin Yoga, it really allows you to reduce your anxiety, to really let go and connect with the mat, and really just allow your body to tell you what exactly it needs. Another thing with Yin Yoga is that a lot of the poses are tied to the hips, the thighs, and the lower body, the pelvis, and things of that sort. So a lot of it is connecting to Mother Earth. A lot of it is root chakra work, sacral work, and even heart opening work, which is why it is amazing for regulating your nervous system, because you're able to release all the stress. You're able to lower your cortisol levels. You're able to really slow down, and you're really able to connect to the earth, because most of these poses are done on the mat. You're either sitting or lying down on the mat. There are poses, of course, that target the chest, which is why I mentioned it can be a heart opener exercise, which really allows you to connect to your emotions. There's even poses that target the neck area and the shoulders. So yes, there are poses that target the upper body, but many of the poses are there to target the lower part of the body. And as many of us know, a lot of us hold trauma in the lower parts of our body, specifically women in in the pelvis and the hips and the thighs. And so by holding these poses for such a long period of time, you're able to really relax and release all of those emotions. So students sometimes say that they can get emotional on the mat, because they really are feeling the energy shift and recalibrate and just really release from their bodies. And so it becomes this like really connection to self that is just something that is just so beautiful. And I wanted to share it with you guys, because it has been something that has really helped me with connecting to my body and just releasing the stress and releasing all of those like bad vibes that sometimes our body can hold, because we are in certain environments or around certain people, or just maybe we're having a bad day. And so it's a really amazing way to connect to yourself, to really return home to yourself, which is how I like to describe it. it's just such a beautiful practice. So before I share my story on how I found Yin Yoga, I wanted to introduce myself. I know I've been yapping away about the benefits of Yin Yoga because I'm so passionate about this practice. But if you're new to the channel, my name is Julie Jameson. I am an embodied health coach and I am a Yin Yoga instructor. And the way that I found this practice was because I had 2 surgeries under a year. I had a surgery on a tear on my right shoulder, and then I also had the carpal tunnel release surgery on both hands. And this style of yoga was really something that I found by accident because my shoulder, after I had my surgery, my shoulder just wasn't healing at the rate that it should have been healing. It was taking way longer to heal. I had gone through about 3 different physical therapists. We couldn't get the range of motion to increase. It was just a lot going on. And by the time I finally found the person that had the magic hands, my PT visits had already come to an end with my insurance plan. And so she gave me a bunch of exercises that I could practice at home and just basically sent me on my way because that's all that she could do. And so I went into this deep dive of deep YouTube university dive on how I could heal my body, continue healing my body so that I can get my range of motion back. I can reduce the pain and the swelling that was happening in my shoulder. And so I stumbled upon a lot of somatic yoga videos, which felt amazing in my body, but I noticed that I needed something deeper. I needed the poses to last longer. And at this point, I didn't even know what Yin Yoga was. I'd never even heard of it before. So I was basically just following the breadcrumbs. I was like, okay, somatic yoga, love it, but that's not what my body needs. I could feel that my body needed more. So I connected again with breath work, and that felt amazing, but again, I needed something deeper. And then finally I stumbled upon a Yin Yoga video on YouTube, and I said, let me give this a try. And so I did, and I was like, wow, this is exactly what I've been looking for. I just didn't know the name of it. I didn't know that it was called Yin Yoga. And so I remember I did one video with Devi Daly, and I was like, wow, my body finally felt like the confetti was coming down and the clouds were parting, and I was just like, I finally found what I've been looking for. And my body just reacted in such a beautiful way to it. I finally was able to just feel at home in my body. And it's been something that now I practice on a daily basis because my body just really loves how it feels in these poses. It allows me to not only give my body what it needs, but it allows me to really connect with myself on an emotional level and see what is it that I need for the day. What is it that my body needs for the day? How can I really serve my body? So Yin Yoga has been such a breath of fresh air for me and has really allowed me to heal my body and to really connect with my body. And so I wanted to share this with you guys in case you're somebody who deals with a lot of stress, deals with a lot of anxiety, is looking to slow down but doesn't know where to start, is looking to really embrace the soft life era that's so trending nowadays, but doesn't know where to start. You know, Yin Yoga is something that can really allow you to accomplish those things. It can really allow you to slow down, to reduce your anxiety, to reduce your stress, and to really just connect with your body, increase your range of motion. If you're somebody who's having issues with your physical health, if you're experiencing joint pain as well, if you want to be able to alleviate that joint pain in your body, Yin Yoga is something that you should try out and see what your body says about it, see how your body reacts to it and what messages your body gives you. Because with Yin Yoga, you can really set the intention before your practice to connect to your body and to see what is the story that it needs to tell you for the day. And so those are the benefits of Yin Yoga. I also have a free guide that you can go ahead and grab in the description below. I'm going to drop the link where I share with you some Yin Yoga poses that will allow you to connect with the soft life and will allow you to really slow down and to connect with your body. And I also invite you to join me on the mat for some Yin Yoga classes here on the channel. And I want you to drop in the comments and tell me how Yin Yoga has affected you in your body, whether or not you've tried it, or if you are ready to try Yin Yoga. I can't wait to see you on the mat. I can't wait for us to hang out together there. And until the next video, bye.